Evening people, welcome back to the channel. We are live tonight with Next Gen Racing's Race of Winners. I'm joined on the commentary booth by the man himself, MRC CJW Racing. Some of you lot probably know him from some of the other Next Gen leagues and possibly racing against him as well. Evening CJ.
How are you doing, Smokey? Alright?
Yes mate, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just firing up the stream. Let's get the people in the chat. One watching now. Oh, that's me. Right.
Your own biggest fan.
Yep. Yep. Chrissy Raz. Evening. Well, hello there, guys. Kappa. I don't know what Kappa means. Well, I'm sure we'll find out.
But, shall I go on Google Translate and find out?
You could do that. Yeah, you could do that. So tonight we've got the Race of Winners. So this is season 17. End of season race. All the league winners, runners up, and is it third place as well, or is it just third place if first and second have got other race wins?
Yes, yeah, because there's a couple of guys in here that race in multiple things. So.
That's right, right. So race winner and second place all get put into the Race of Winners. We've got 4 races for you guys tonight. What have I done with that? Let me pull that up. CJ's probably got a list in front of him of cars and tracks and things ready to go.
Yeah,
right?
I've got all that ready.
So,
right, so we've got. I'm not going to reveal the tracks because I know some of the drivers will be watching this, but I'll reveal the cars for you. So the first car we're going to be in is going to be the BMW M3. So if Smoker's looking at the cars on track now, you'll see that car whizzing around. It's the old 1989 one. So a very fiery rear-wheel drive, old school. Street racer. Then we go to the Group B cars, which for those who don't know are the Gran Turismo version of rally cars, and that's the Hyundai Genesis that we're going to be using. Then we hop to GT machinery, and we're going for the Audi TT Group 4. And then the last car that we'll be racing in tonight is going to be the Ford GT GT3 spec test car. So 4 cars for you tonight, 4 tracks. And the tracks will just be revealed as and when the races sort of happen. Back to you.
Do you know what the races are? Do you know what the tracks are?
I do.
Do you? You sneaky boy.
Yes,
I don't know what they are.
I do.
Is that
I've
for
got
fear,
a list in front.
Is that for fear of me revealing them to Potter or something? Huh?
more than likely.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, I've got some people in the chat.
You've been trusted with it before, and you never gave him the info.
Well,
so.
there you go. You know,
we know that. But is this the third one we've done now?
Not sure.
Because
yes,
I know you couldn't make the last one, but I know we've done a couple of these together.
Yeah, I think it is my third. Evening, people. We've got Burnt Fry in the house. We've got JPH in the house. Chrissy Raz, obviously. Phil Gibbon, how you doing? Everybody. Hope everyone's all right. So, are we waiting for people still, CJ?
I was waiting on Steerwheel Racing. I popped him a message in the chat just seeing if he's coming back to me, but I think we're just going to have to go without.
Okay.
Because I've sent him 2 messages now, so I'm just typing a little message to the guys and then we'll get the first track loaded and underway.
Rightio. So I'm unaware of what tracks, as CJ has just said. We've already learnt the cars. I'm not too sure of the tyre combos.
So this one, the BMW is going to be restricted to sports mediums, so the least grippy tyre we'll be driving on tonight is this one.
Nice.
So basically road tyres.
Nice. This will be fun. There'll be a bit slidey in these rear-wheel drive BMWs.
Yeah, especially given the track that is about to load on your screen is one that will punish people for making mistakes. So yeah.
Okay.
I will just get that loaded up now. There we go. So your first track, ladies and gentlemen, is Willow Springs. And that has sunk the hearts of many racers.
Yeah,
so obviously,
Willow Springs. Oh,
horrible track, but real world one, so one that a lot of people will be familiar with, even those that don't play the game. Located 80-90 miles north of California, built in 1953, I want to say that. So the Willow Springs complex hosts a few different variations of the track. This is the big one, aka Big Willow. So a very popular track in culture, but to race on it, it's a bit of a pain. So we've got 9 turns on this one, all of them deadly. You can get big air on this track in sort of in the worst way possible. I think there's already, I'm looking at the track map, there's already a car facing the wrong way.
Yeah, that's right. Burnt Fry's in the chat as well, already saying FFS, I hate this track. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he loves Goodwood, so if he just applies his Goodwood sort of, what do you call it, mentality to it, he should be absolutely fine. So the guys are going to have 5 minutes qualifying on this track. That's going to give them grid position for a short 10-minute race. There's not a lot of time in each race, so qualifying is important. Right, so let me just check my qualifying settings are all good. They are, and I think we're ready to go qualifying.
Looks like MRC Bobby's just gone for a launch somewhere. Everyone's saying he's off to the moon. Yeah, so we're just on board. If everyone has a look at this track, it is just a sand pit if you get it wrong. Yeah, it takes a long time to get the car back on track as well. Not the best place to go off.
So I'm just waiting for this. I'm going to load your stream up actually and give you an extra viewer. 1 second.
Oh, thank you very much.
There you go. Get your stats
watching now.
You know what? I'm going to be nice and drop a like on it as well. There we go. How's that?
There you go.
So just everyone else does the same thing.
Yeah, I can't drop likes on my own video.
It's the equivalent of liking your own statuses on Facebook.
Yeah,
it's just not acceptable.
Not good.
So just while, in fact, I'm just going to get that qualifying. We'll get that going. I was going to say, should we talk through the drivers, but we'll do that through the course.
Yeah, we'll do bits and bobs. Yeah, let's get it underway. Otherwise, they'll be kicking off at us.
Yeah. So quali is underway. Short 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's not going to get many laps in that time.
I guess the good news for the guys is there's no tyre wear or fuel depletion, so there's no strategy to qualifying. It's just hot lapping, which does make things a little bit easier when you've only got a little qualifying session to contend with.
True. So we've got Chrissy Raz, first one out of the pits. So Chrissy Raz actually the wild card choice. Sort of Chris and I both had a bit of a choice, but I think we came across Chrissy Raz. You know, she's put a lot of effort in the last couple of seasons, but yeah, the luck's just not been on her side, unfortunately. She's a pretty quick racer, but just not having much luck, to be honest. GR3 League, she got knocked out first lap of race 1. An awful lot of the time, actually. I would say about 50%. But
she does race in the pro class.
She does, yeah, she does. But she stuck the whole season out as well, which is a lot more than some of the other drivers.
Yeah. So that obviously earned her a place in this race of champions, as we like to dub it. So yeah, she's the wild card. Apex Predator's out as well. So there's a few drivers in here that we'll all be familiar with. How many have we got in total? We've got 12 guys. As I cut to Pav on my camera, and he's about trying to kill a marshal.
Right, yeah, like I say, this track is not the best for going off-road. Where is Pav down at the back now? Is he 12th? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Just back on track. Oh yeah, he's going for a driftathon in that BMW. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting race, this one. You can see drivers still running it off track. Still on out laps as well. Coming across the line now. Wait for everyone to get across before we start reading through the times.
Of course, none of them have been able to practice this. So what you are seeing before your eyes is the first time these have been on the track in this car as well, more than likely, unless he accidentally stumbled on it. But yeah, they wouldn't have driven this before, so you should see just who the talented racers are in the group as well. I'm liking some of the liveries I'm looking at.
Let's have a flick through Chrissy Raz with the standard hero livery. She seems to chuck on all her cars this season. I'm not quite sure what the charity is at Hero. I have looked at it, but I've forgotten. Burnfly also in a bright blue livery BMW. Let's get a better look at his car. You've done a few liveries tonight, is that right, CJ?
So my liveries are on, the only ones I've done are Pavs.
Okay, we're going to have a look at Pavs in a second. Burnfly's bright blue. Let's go and have a look at MRC Bobby. He's usually got a good livery or two rocking.
So I'm just keeping an eye on the qualifying times. We're about to get the first representative lap in. Burnt Fly on this lap pretty much got full slipstream from Chrissy Raz the entire time. Apex Predator setting the precedent at mid 132. Thunder Rat so 131.6. Lovely lap.
You're taking top spot in the Pro Am League of the Minis.
So he'll be in the Pro next season. Pav 46 has adapted quickly as well. He's gone from killing track officials to second on the grid so far. Drivers should get one more lap in. So now they've got their eye in. Probably gone for a banker lap, a couple of these guys, and we'll push next time out. But it's interesting to see that some of the qualifying times, especially the top three, are very close.
Just have a quick flick through. So Thunder Rat on that 131.6. Pav 46 at 131.6 as well, so he's only 6,000 back from Thunder Rat's time at the minute. MRC Bobby in third at 131.6 also. Apex Predator 132.4. Burnt Fry in fifth currently with 132.6. Philo 6 132.7. Chrissy Raz trying to kill spectators 133.3. NGR R.O.W on a 133.6. Potomac Potts 134.5. D Whitehouse, I'm not sure who D Whitehouse is, 137.0. Graham Reed's on a 137.2. And SWEARY on a 144.9. No hot lap from SWEARY at the minute.
It's worth keeping an eye on this because everyone is setting personal best sectors all through this lap, so we're going to see a lot of changes in this last bit.
Thunder Rat's holding on to it at the minute.
There were no purple sectors being set, so I think Thunder Rat will hold it.
He's definitely got top spot at the minute. Pav holding on to that second spot. It all depends on where's the driver SWEARY puts in. So this is his hot lap.
He was personal best sector 1 and sector 2. He's got a 144 to beat, so no wonder it was personal best, but he sets a 31.9. Good enough for P4.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So SWEARY comes to us from the Megans. He was second in Lobby 1. Put in a really good consistent performance the entire season, and even with some top 16 FIA aliens coming in halfway through the season, he was able to keep up the pace with them guys as well. So definitely here on merit, SWEARY 1, 2. Well, they're all to watch, but I've watched him race, so I know what he's about.
Cool.
Let me keep an eye on sector times. Pav went purple sector 1. Fastest of everyone so far. Got 3 on this side. And so Pav's about halfway through his lap now. He should be just behind Thunder Rat.
So, quick run through the order while we wait for this time to flick down. It is Thunder Rat holding on to pole position, Pav holding on to second. MRC Bobby just doing a bit of off-roading. He's on third spot on the grid. SWEARY, we've just seen, chucked himself up into fourth. Jambu in fifth. TNR Philo 6th. Apex Predator 7th. Potomac Potts 8th. Burnt Fry in 9th. Chrissy Raz in 10th. And I missed the last 2. They've gone.
D Whitehouse and Graham Reed to be your last 2.
There you go. So, race 1 of Race of Winners. Let's see how they get off the line in these rear-wheel drive BMWs. I guarantee there'll be a little click of traction control on for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, so they're allowed to use the assist off the line. Probably worth doing it in these BMWs just to get that perfect launch. And we're away for 10 minutes at Willow Springs. Everyone gets away well, apart from Jambu, who bogged down a lot on the start. So Apex Predator's going to get up his inside. But everyone else making a clean getaway from what I can tell.
Not looking too bad at the minute. Around the first turn then. Heading down towards this big sweeping. This is an awkward turn, this one. It's quite wide as well, so you might see 1 or 2 of these drivers go for a bit of a move through here. Trying to run different lines. Thunder Rat holding on to first place currently though.
Yep, known as the Rabbits here. Affectionately.
Marcy Bobby trying to go down the inside of PAV 46 in the background. SWEARY holding on to 4th. A little bit of a gap back then to TNR Philo in 5th. He's clawed himself back up to the back of MRC Bobby. SWEARY's gone off track. He's gone miles off track. He's back on now. He's lost position though. He's down in 7th. A lot of those drivers coming through after that mistake. And he's not picked up full race pace at the minute. He's under pressure from SWEARY. Someone else is, from Jambu behind him. Someone else was going a bit crazy in the background. I didn't quite see who that was.
SWEARY was trying to avoid an accident. I just went on board with him.
Right.
So he nerfed himself.
Up front, Thunder Rat holding on to top spot as they turn the final corner to hit this start-finish straight. Is it going to be a three-way fight into turn 1 though, by the look of it? We've got Thunder Rat, Pav and Philo now up into 3rd place. Pav looking for a bit of a move around the outside of Thunder Rat. Thunder Rat putting his car in the middle of that track. Bobby getting his way past Philo. Sliding through there, all of these cars. Thunder Rat holding on to it though. So nothing in it between the all these drivers at the minute in these cars. Bop's on, so that means all the cars drive the same. There's no tuning on either, so they can't go and set them up, make them get around the corners quicker. So let's have a run through then. Thunder Rat in 1st, running a little bit wide through there, losing the tail of that BMW. Pav unable to make any moves. Oh, I think he's gone wide through that turn as well. Pav's through. Pav takes the lead. TNR Philo into 2nd then. MRC Bobby 3rd. Why has it suddenly flipped to Thunder Rat? Why have you done that? Apex Predator into 4th. Potomac Pot up into 5th. Jambu 6th. Thunder Rat 7th or 8th now, sorry. Just been overtaken by SWEARY.
So that's really cost him. He had absolutely no momentum coming out of that turn then at all. Just carried far too much speed into that very tight right-hander, and it's cost him 8th place. And he's off again.
Almost, yeah. He's down in 10th now. Thunder Rat chopping at the wheel a little bit. But, yeah, he must be spitting bullets in the cockpit of that BMW at the minute. I see Raz just getting past him there. So Drift House is down in the 11th and Graham Reed's in 12th, just coming through. So looking like Graham Reed's going to make a move on Deep Whitehouse. Whitehouse getting that final turn a bit wrong. That's allowed. Graham Reed through up into 11th, goes for a massive slide through the first turn. That's slowed him down a little bit. Deep Whitehouse might be able to come back at him. In the meantime, up front, Pav's managed to make a little bit of a break. He's got 0.3 of a second off TNR Philo.
Yeah, still only 3.5 seconds separating the top 10 though, so it's still very tight. Anyone could take it. What we've seen here is, yeah, exactly. I mean, the slightest touch. I mean, the amount of dust I've seen kicked up as we see Thunder Rat do it just again there in the background. The amount of sort of small little mistakes. You know, if you make a mistake and you're fully loading that side of the car, you are off. You know, so it's important to keep consistency up. SWEARY and Burntfly battling it out.
So we're just on board with Pav, looking at TNR Philo. Coming down towards this final turn, TNR Philo looking to run around the outside of PAV 46. He's not able to do it this time. TNR Philo slots back into the slipstream. It's quite a long straight, this straight at Willow Springs. So halfway through race 1 of Race of Winners, season 17 for you guys. Pav holding on to top spots. He's lost a lot of speed through there though. Philo's coming back at him.
Philo's going for that wide line you were talking about in qualifying as well, so he's going for that cutback.
Yeah, you can run side by side through there if you carry enough speed with the driver next to you. You can end up running off track as well. So still nothing in it behind. Apex Predator up into 3rd. MRC Bobby pushed down into 4th.
Well, Bobby's going straight back at him though.
Yeah, down the inside. So Apex Predator's going to have to line through the next turn. A little bit of contact between those drivers. I think Bobby's just managed to get himself through. Potter McPot's followed him through as well. He's having an attack on Apex Predator. So side by side still as they come over the brow of the hill. Potter McPot will have the advantage. He's got a great big darksmoka logo down the side of his car as well. Cheers, Potter.
Anyone I think is your best mate.
Anyone would think that, wouldn't they? I don't know why they would think that. Let's just give a little zoom in on his car for that one.
Chrissy Raz is on a bit of a resurgence. She's just getting past Burntfire now. She's up to P9. Burntfire's had a bit of a bad lap by all accounts.
Thunderrat's off again, and Chrissy Raz has made up another position. Thunderrat's down in 10th again, so he spun it at the last turn. Burntfire's looking to get that position back off Chrissy Raz though. Chrissy Raz just doing a good job of sticking a car in the middle of the track, going defensive.
Meanwhile, action at the front. Potter ran it wide at the Castrol, and it's really bunts his top pack up now. Sorry to interrupt, but Philo's making a move down the inside.
Yeah, I'm on it. Philo's looking to get that position off of Pav. They are side by side. It's going to be a four-way fight into this turn. Oh, Potter McPot looking to go for a move down in between all those drivers. I see Bobby running around the outside. Apex Predator trying to dive through the middle as well. He's still getting a bit fighty up front. So Philo taking the lead then. Pav 46 pushed down into second place. Philo's already got 0.4 of a second lead as well. Apex Predator up into third. Potter McPot and MRC Bobby just push back off those top three now. They're coming under pressure from Jambu behind. Jambu's also being followed pretty closely by SWEARY, who's picked up 0.4 second penalty. He's got to lose that.
It'll just be for a minuscule track cut somewhere along the line.
Yeah. In the meantime, Burntfry has got himself back past Chrissy Raz. A second and a half as well past Chrissy Raz. Maybe a little bit of off-track action for Chrissy. Dean Whitehouse is back up to 10th. Thunderrat now 11th. Graham Reed still sitting at the back of the pack in 12th. So
battle for 4th is heating up. They are like Noah's Ark, 2x2 into the Castrol corner. 3 wide at one point. What's that? SWEARY's been dispatched, yeah.
He's ghosting out. I'm not sure if he was trying to lose his penalty through there.
Well, it'll do that to you automatically. This is one of the annoying things about Gran Turismo. It will ghost your car without you asking it to, or trying to serve a penalty. And I'll be honest, I think Burntfire saw that. And it wasn't Burntfire's issue. It was him, Jambu, and SWEARY. We're just trying to run it 3 wide there. Probably a bit too dangerous to do that, in fairness.
Fair enough. So up front, Philo's still leading. He's had that gap closed by Pav. It's now just 0.2 of a second. Apex Predator in third. Bobby in fourth now. He's got a bit of a gap behind back to NGR Jambu. So Jambu in another Burghardt liveried car. He does drive the Burghardt liveried Ferrari and the GR3s as well. It's under attack from Potter McPot though. Potter taking a massively wide line through there, trying to get a better run through the final turn. Losing the tail of that car though.
A lot of the way you drive these BMWs is all about how you position the weight transfer on entry to corners, and Potter did a beautiful job of that just then. The inside of that corner sort of cambers as you hit the apex, so a wider line's needed to stop the car from unsettling on the exit. So Potter's lines so far have been really good. It's led him up to the move he's making now on Jambu.
So here he is side by side with another driver through this rabbit ear. Is this the one that you call the rabbit ear?
Yeah. That's what Wikipedia calls it, so unless someone on there has been editing track names.
So bumper to bumper then, Potter and Jambu. These two did battle it out in the GR3s. Potter taking the win. So Philo still coming under pressure from Pav up front.
Oh, and Potter's made a mistake.
Where's he gone? He's still on track. He's lost a position to SWEARY now, down to 7th. He's coming under pressure from Chrissy Raz and Burntfry as well.
Just lost the back end. That's all it was. Easily done. And we're on the last lap.
We are. Wow, that came out pretty quick. So, can Philo hold it together for this final turn? Pav is right on his tail, trying to get his nose down the inside as they come down to this tighter final turn. Both drivers drifting through there. Looks like TNR Philo's going to hold on to it. Kept it on track, lost a little bit of time, 2 wheels on the dirt, but it looks like it's a good win for TNR Philo in race 1. Pav coming home in 2nd, Apex Predator 3rd, MRC Bobby 4th, Jambu in 5th, SWEARY 6th, just losing his penalty before the line. Pot 7th, only just. Chrissy Raz right next to him as they came across the line. Chrissy Raz taking 8th. NGN Burn Fry taking 9th. D Whitehouse 10th. Thunderrat in 11th, so very bad race for Thunderrat, was leading this one. And then we just wait for Graham Reeves to come across the line now for 12th position.
Chrissy Raz there pulled a Potter right on the last corner, just forced him into that narrow line and got a slingshot really, so a good attempt at a move. If that straight was 100 metres long, I should have got that. Yeah, it's a great win for Philo. We know what he's about.
Yeah.
Defending champion, of course, TNR Philo. But he didn't have a great GT3 league this season, so he only came 7th, didn't he?
Yes, he did. No, he didn't have the greatest season in the GR3s, to be honest. A few accidents again early on in races put him in the pits. You know, getting damage repaired, which in race 1 always puts you way off. You know that.
Yeah,
I think very similar experience in the GR3s, I think.
It's one of the reasons why I don't do it anymore.
Right, let's just catch up with the chat quickly. We've got a few people in the chat. Mad Marshall, evening mate, how you doing? You won't like that. It says evening darksmoka and his monkey, Chris Wall.
I was just going to say, I bet he's not saying anything nice about me.
No, he's not. No. JPH saying it's good for Slipstream though. Yes, it is. Go Jambu, go from Joe Winner. Go on Potter from Scally. Yes, SWEARY from Phil Gibbon. Some great racing so far from JPH. Yeah, it was some great racing. P6, good start, bro. Yeah, okay. SWEARY, yeah, not doing too bad. Getting past Potter there at the end of that race. So it sounds like CJ's typing stuff into a computer to get the scores up and running.
I have an assistant doing that in the form of JPH, who's already done it. He's already inputted the scores for me. Yeah, he's on it tonight, JPH. I'm only saying nice things about him because he'll be watching.
He's in the chat, yeah. He's in the chat. Shh. Love you, JPH.
Points updated.
Points updated. That's what he's saying.
So, next track then. So for this one we go to... one second. I need to figure out what I'm doing. Track is going to be this one.
So they are a surprise to the drivers. The drivers have no idea what the tracks are.
I'll only know when I can find it. There we go.
I have got a list of tracks. I lied.
You probably that group chat got very busy though. I'll be honest.
Mate, they all get very busy. I got cursed out today for not replying quickly enough when there was like 78 messages in this chat, and they were 3 phones long. Each message was like 3 phones long of chat. It was a little bit political. But yeah, not keeping up with that. It's chaos.
Oh dear. Right, next combo coming up. So the car is going to be the Hyundai Genesis Group B rally car. They won't be rallying in this one though. They're going to be driving at Red Bull Ring.
So we're going for a bit of the old rallycross. You and I have done a bit of this with
the hooligans.
Yeah, with the hooligans. Yeah, that was a good night. That was. Apart from I kept getting knocked off track. Swines.
I don't know what you're on about. So. Yet another real world track. Anyone that watches Formula 1 will be familiar with this. It hosted the 2 opening rounds of the 2020 season. Gone through many names in the past. They're German or Austrian, sorry, so I can't pronounce them, so I'm not even going to try. I'll just call it the Red Bull Ring, which is way easier on the tongue than anything else. So yeah, a complex track. It's not the most technical circuit, but on a rally car with a lot of power and racing hard tyres, exit turn 3 and turn 4, otherwise known as the Hamilton-Albon complex, is going to test the grip level of these cars, because you want to get on the power ASAP, but the camber is on the other side, so you're just going to spin out if you're not careful with it.
See if we can find a driver who's coming up towards that. Oh, so everyone's just on out, so we won't see actually people coming up to the first turn.
You won't. Well, I'm going to start qualifying just a second. Again, short circuit, you only got 10 corners to negotiate on this one, total of 2.6 miles. We won't see the lap records broken, but if you're interested, the current lap record was set this year by Carlos Sainz at 105.6. But we're not going to get anywhere near that today. Right.
No, not in these rear-wheel drive Group B rally cars. You can see the suspension
Everyone
jacked
out.
up.
I'm ready. Ready to go. Let's get qualifying underway.
Potomac Pot with the Joyce Designs liveried, Mark Sykes Designs liveried Hyundai there. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how these cars handle around here.
Always known as the A1 ring to me. Yeah,
Yes.
it's similar format, isn't it?
It's the
It's
Ostero
really...
ring before that, wasn't it?
You might be right, yeah. They've still got a bit of that circuit remaining. Weren't they going to expand this track by basically revamping all that? I can't remember.
Not too sure. But the track has shrunk since its original build.
Massively.
It was a lot longer after turn 2, straighter as well, and then it came back on itself, I believe.
So qualifying it yet again, another 5 minutes and then another 10-minute race, so nice, short and punchy.
Will be. We've just seen Apex Predator run wide through turn 2. Let's see whether they keep it on track into turn 3. So I hope everyone remembers it is qualifying, they're not racing just yet.
I was just thinking that I was looking at Jambu, Thunder, and Bobby going 3 wide into T4. I'm like, you don't need to do that, boys.
I was just on board with Predator and Chrissy Raz a bit close together through turn 3. Oh, they do slide these cars. Burnt Fry.
Lovely drift by Burnt Fry there. That was Ken Block style. That
was.
The guys kept talking about that. You can alter the diff basically, so you can send the power more or less to the back or the front depending on your driving style. Burnt Fry is literally Scandinavian flicking this car into turn 8. So it's probably not going for lap record but style points, I think.
Right, so we'll just take a little lap on board with Apex Predator out front at the minute. So hard on the brakes into turn 1, 90-degree corner with a great big lump in the middle. Easy to run it wide on the exit of turn 1. I think we've all done it. So again, hard on the power down towards turn 2 through the little left-hand kink. Should be a little bit more over to the left there, Apex, but never mind. Into turn 2 then. Again, awkward corner. Looks like he's got the diff dialed about right on that. He didn't lose the rear end coming out of that second turn. Back down the hill then, down towards turn 3. Again, a little bit awkward. You can run it wide, and it is a sand pit on the exit. So drifting it through there for Apex Predator. Heading down towards the centre section of the Ostero ring, or the A1 ring, or Red Bull ring, whichever we decide to call it. So cleanly through the first section, cleanly through the second section, down towards the final couple of turns, so under the bridge. See where they break in these Group B rally cars. It's usually about the marshal's post. It's just before the marshal's post, he's let off the throttle, allowed it to roll through, run a little bit wide, down towards the final turn. Again, a little bit awkward. Great big divot in the middle of it, which can kick the rear end of these cars out if you're not quite with it. Puts in a 133.1 then for Apex Predator. So that's a lap of the Red Bull ring. Let's give everyone a bit of time to get across the line. So we have only got 1 minute 26 remaining already.
So some drivers will get a third lap in if they're lucky.
If they're lucky. So Apex Predator holding on to that top spot at the minute. one more driver to cross the line. He does, so he's on a 133.1 then for Apex Predator. SWEARY into second, 134.0. Burnfry third, 134.1. Graham Reeds into fourth, 134.3. Potomac Pot on a 134.4. Bit of a penalty to lose as well, 134.6 for PAV 46. Thunderrat on a 135.5. Jambu's on a 136.4. Philo in 9th on a 140.7. Deep Whitehouse on a 141.5 in 10th. Chrissy Raz in 11th, 147.0. Not sure what's going on with Chrissy.
Yeah, I just saw that. She's been running off track pretty much the entire lap. I've just been watching to see what she's doing. She's not really stuck a representative lap in yet. She's 13.5 seconds off the pace at the minute, and she's probably not going to get a lap in.
We are on the hard tyres as well, which a lot of people never ever drive on really, and if they do, it's for a lap or two, and not in rally cars most of the time. Might be a short stint there.
Improves again.
Burnfry chucks himself into second. He does 133.657 for Apex Predator. Burnfry up into second, then 134.0. SWEARY. He's put a 132.0 in, but it's not registered as his fastest. Oh, it has now. What's going on there? Instead of 132, 133.9 then for SWEARY, second place.
Pav was on an improved lap, but he picked up a penalty on the second to last corner, and that's took him over his time.
So not going to improve then. D Whitehouse in fourth, 134.3. Graham Reeds into fifth, 134.3. Potomac Pot 6, 134.4. Philo 134.5, going a little bit quicker at the end. Pav in 8th, then 134.6. Thunder at 9th, 135.0. MRC Bobby in 10th, 135.5. Jambu 11th, 135.8. And Chrissy Raz, unfortunately, yeah, you were right, not able to get a quick lap in, 147.0. Sitting at the back of the pack in this one for Chrissy.
Yeah, anything can happen though, even in 10 minutes. We've just seen in qualifying these cars can be unpredictable.
Yeah, the hard tyres that do make them a bit slippy, these GR Group B cars.
It's getting on the power. It's not necessarily cornering that's the issue, because they've got a really tricked out chassis. It's just getting on the power that's going to be the issue. So that's a very individual driving style thing with these cars. But if you can get on top of it, then you can put a solid lap in. I think that's what I noticed good about Apex Predator when you're on board with him. He had real good control of that traction.
NGR Next Gen Dark Sykes in the chat. Evening mate, how you doing? Christy Raz saying she's picked up a penalty on the last corner, so second attempt got invalidated before it began.
That makes sense.
Right, into race 2 then. Next Gen Race of Winners Season 17. Apex Predator on pole position. Burnfry second, SWEARY third. See how they get through turn 1 and turn 2. Getting away cleanly.
Everyone getting away well. Pav did bog down a tiny bit.
Who's that in the background? Is that Bobby coming up the inside
Bobby
of
up.
Pav? It is.
Yeah, we know Bobby's going to throw one up the inside as well.
Oh, drivers drifting wide through. Oh,
I'm hitting my replay button. We're going to go back and have a look at that.
Pot has stuck it to the wall in turn 1. I'm not sure if there was contact between himself and another driver, but yeah, there's a lot of damage on his car.
I'm going back and having a look right now.
In the meantime, Apex Predator holding on to the top spot over just though. Got NGR Burnfry side by side. He's actually got the P1 logo next to his name at the minute. Does he get down the inside into turn 3? Looks like he's going to hold on to it. Blocks that position off. Up into top spot then for Burnfry. Yes, Chris?
Potter was unsighted by a car slowing down for T1 in front of him. So Potter just had to leap on the brakes, caught a couple of drivers out by surprise behind him, and it caused a little bit of a crescendo of crashing behind. So, yeah, no one's fault specifically, just a typical T1 racing incident.
Especially at this track. So, Burnfry just having that top spot taken back off him then by Apex Predator coming through the middle section of the Red Bull Ring.
Good news, Chrissy Raz up to 9th already.
Good race, and as you were saying, Chris, the qualifying doesn't always relate to the race, does it?
No. So Graham Reed's making a nice move there on Thunderrat.
He's up into 7th then. Potomac Pot on his tail, looking to go around the outside of Chrissy Raz. Side by side into turn 1. A little bit of contact again between Potter and Chrissy. Potter's won out this time, he's up into 8th. Burnfry's got himself back up into top spot.
For long though, I think Apex is going to try and get him under brakes.
He's got him. So they're both dropping the penalty off through there. Burnfry's running a little bit wide, he's kept it on track though. Still hot on the heels of Apex Predator. D Whitehouse up into 3rd then. Top 3 pulled a bit of a gap from 4th place MRC Bobby. Jambu just in the background there holding a penalty. We're closing up on Bob. So into turn 3, Thunderrat running in a little bit wide through there. Again, kept it on track. That would have cost him a lot of time if he'd have ran off track in that turn. Graham Reed's up into 7th then. Potomac Potts in 8th. Chrissy Raz running it massively wide through there. Middle section, she's in the sand now. So lost her position to Pav 46. Pav 46 up into 9th. So yeah, costly for Chrissy. 2.5 seconds back from Pav. We've got Swargy in 11th and TNL Philo bringing up the back of the pack. So it looks like Philo's not maybe not used to these Group B cars with hard tyres, struggling a little bit.
Philo, of course, winner at Willow Springs, wants to keep his momentum up.
That's right.
Results as they stand are gonna move the order around quite a lot because Pav's up there as well and he's right down at the back. Keeping an eye on this top 3 battle, kind of as it was at the minute. Nothing really to change, but Burnfire's challenging Predator again.
Looking to go down the outside this time. Might have just got his car in front, or there's a little bit of contact between Apex Predator and Deep Whitehouse.
It's helped him out, if anything.
It has a little bit. Burnfry's run himself a little bit wide. Looks like Deep Whitehouse is going to come through and take that 2nd position off of Burnfry as well. Those drivers sticking to the right hand side of that track, going defensive. They split at the last minute to make their moves.
This battling is great news for Bobby and Jambu. Bobby's put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Jambu's at a similar sort of pace, so these two boys are like vultures, just waiting for the top 3 to start scrapping, and they want to pick up the pieces.
They are slowly closing up on those top 3 drivers. MRC Bobby at least. There's Jambu 0.8 seconds back at the minute, just losing a bit of time actually. Looks like Bobby's picked up the toe.
Pav's trying to get past Graham Reed. Graham's making it a very difficult challenge for Pav, and through sector 2 there, Pav was all over the back of him, but Graham's defending is really spot on. His car placement really good through that 2nd sector at least. Pav's struggling to get through.
Graham Reed's, a little bit of contact between those 2 drivers. So Graham Reed's getting a little bit wrong through the final turn. Pav had nowhere to go, he's crashed into the back of him. Slowed him down a little bit, which has allowed Thunderrat to make a bit of a move down the inside into turn 1. So Pav losing a spot there then, down into 9th. Is he going to come back at him? He is.
Top 3 again starting to kick off.
Pav gets a good drive out of that turn, gets that position back off of Graham Reed's. Sorry.
So it's kind of all changed at the top. MRC Bobby there, we saw Burnfry run it wide into turn 3, and Bobby just able to get his braking done and slipped up the inside into 2nd place. So good move by Bobby. Apex Predator though.
Coming back at him through turn 3, that was a good move.
Very good overtake.
So
Late as you like.
Yeah, D Whitehouse with the lead at the minute. MRC Bobby, who was in 4th position a minute ago, now up into 2nd. Closing in on D Whitehouse as well, looking quite comfortable in that Hyundai. Apex Predator 3rd, he's got Burnfry hot on his tail. Jambu has closed that gap right up now as well. So it's a good 5-way fight at the minute at the front. 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Potter Pot into 6th, then having a little bit of a race of his own at the minute. He's got 4 seconds in front of Jambu, 5.5 back to Graham Reed's. Pav 46 coming back at him through the final couple of turns. Graham Reed's just held on to that though. This is just allowing Thunderrat to close up on these 2. And side by side as they head down the start-finish straight. I think Graham Reed's is just going to keep ran himself a tiny bit wide. So allowing Chrissy Raz to close up as well, dragging SWEARY with her.
All change at the top again. D Whitehouse outbraked himself into turn 3. MRC Bobby's capitalised on that. Apex Predator's struggling with this as well.
Bobby
He's being sent on the outside.
So D Whitehouse just getting it a bit deep into turn 3, allowing Bobby to come through. He's got to drop that penalty though, Bob. Jambu up into third though, running down the inside of Bert Fry. Bert Fry looking for the switchback on him. He's got it as well, he's got the nose down the inside.
I don't often say nice things about Bobby, especially not after the 2-hour endurance the other night, but his driving so far has actually been spot on. He's just waited in the right places and took advantage of other people making mistakes. That's the first and last nice thing I'm going to say about Bobby. Back to abusing him.
So we've got a three-way fight in the background. We've got Bert Fry, Jambu and Apex Predator battling it out. There's a bit of Pinball Alley coming through those final couple of turns there.
Yeah, well, looking at that, just 3 cars in there don't fit. Someone's got to give way.
That's right, Bert Fry holding on to that third place, but Apex Predator's got the inside line. Bert Fry's losing his penalty through that first turn.
Quite why he's doing it there, because he can attack up the hill now.
That's right, he's got Apex Predator and Jambu coming through to take those positions off him, but he's stuck right onto the tail of him now. Potts. So Potts closed that gap, 2.4 seconds. He's now got to the drivers in front. A minute 30 seconds left on the clock. Pav 46 in 7th, again having a little bit of a race of his own. Same with SWEARY. Philo up into 9th, Thunder at 10th.
Nice move by Jambu here on Predator. Will they get that finished off?
Did you say Jambu on Predator? Here we go, they're battling it out again. Jambu up into 3rd, Apex Predator 4th. Bert Fry in 5th, still fighting it out through these middle corners. Potts still lurking in the background, 2.6 seconds back. Bit of work to do if he's got it wrong through there though.
He got a tank slap on, didn't he?
He did. A couple of wheels on the grass, that's going to slow him down. So Bobby in the meantime got 0.6 of a second lead. We've only got 45 seconds left on the clock. Whitehouse in 2nd. He's pulled 3/10 through there, did Bob?
Jambu's just made a mistake on the last corner, just ran it a little bit wide. It's put down to 5th now, so that's Bert Fry up.
He's got a penalty to lose as well as Apex Predator. That's got to be careful with that. Bert Fry right behind him. Jambu's still in a position to attack that as well.
It's the last lap now. All comes down to this.
So let's just keep an eye on the top drivers. Bob's just
keep tabs on the back.
Bob's just got himself out a little bit too far in front for anyone to make a move without any mistakes on Bob's part. D Whitehouse also in a very similar position. They've got about 1.5 seconds either side of him. So Bert Fry up into 3rd. Now, this is where the action seems to be taking place.
Bert Fry made a lovely move. T3. He did it while drifting.
So 3rd then for Bert Fry. Apex Predator into 4th. Jambu just been dropped by that pair now. Yeah, they are a bit loose on the old tail end, these Hyundais with the hard tyres. Bert Fry putting in purple sectors as well. Final lap. Right, let's just watch MRC Bobby come across the line or he won't be happy with me.
So it's Bobby with undoubtedly the driver of the race for me. He's absolutely smashed this one, so a good result for Bobby in race 2. D Whitehouse though as well.
Yeah.
Good qualifying session, held it pretty much from the start, so he's mixed it up.
So
a bit of a scruffy race for Jambu, but he's kept it up there.
Well, he's ended up 3rd because Apex Predator and Bert Fry had penalties to lose. So they were bumper to bumper as they came across the line. Jambu was actually in 5th at the back of that pack, and because Apex Predator and Bert Fry had penalties to lose, Jambu actually takes 3rd spot. Apex Predator 4th, Bert Fry 5th, Potts 6th, Pav 46 in 7th, SWEARY in 8th, Philo 9th, Thunderrat 10th, Graham Reeds in 11th, and Chrissy Raz in 12th. Overgun driver's going well here. R.I.P. Sworgy. Bigsy says hi as well. Hello, Bigsy. How you doing, mate? Get him on his own account. Get him watching on his phone, damn it. Don't mess him out on our sites.
We need the views.
That's how you boys should be turning your tablet on, your computer and your phone, and tell your kids to do it as well. Like and subscribe, people. Oh, a little bit of brown fizzy pop. Yeah, Sword, you're not looking too impressed with what happened in turn 1.
Well, I watched it back on my, I'll call it race control screen. We'll take a hint from Sky. You know what it's like turn 1. You'll have the people that will go for the move and the people who will take it cautiously, and it's one caught the other out. That's all it was.
Well, so yeah, some good racing still. Difficult to handle those Hyundais, especially the hard tyres. 4-wheel drive, but they do get to play with the diff a little bit, so it'd be interesting to find out how they had those all set up. I would have thought
They'll have probably been practicing with the diff settings, so they'll have known what their favourite was.
Yeah, I'd have thought they'd have sort of favoured a rear-wheel drive setup. A little bit of tail happiness going on.
So we've got a little bit of a break between now and the next one, just so people can take care of personal issues if they were doing it. And then I'll get the next race loaded up. So we're going over to familiar machinery now, Smoker. We're in the Group 4s.
Oh, my God.
We're going to the Audi TT. So front-wheel drive beast. So there's no tyre wear on, so you don't have to worry about shredding the front. It's just about controlling the understeer.
The Audi. The Audi's a pretty stable platform.
No, but the track we've got for this one, the Audi's really good at high-speed corners where you need downforce. The track we go into, not always a factor of it. Let's have a look.
Bert Fry actually liking a race there. Those cars are amazingly fun to drive. There you go. You should get yourself onto Can't Shake the Cliches Discord channel and YouTube channel and stuff like that, and go and race in his Hooligans event. Bigging up Can't Shake the Cliche. Don't forget CJ, obviously. The main man CJ. Gotta go like and subscribe, CJ.
Yes, Maggie.
So hopefully, I will say it, even though, you know, I shouldn't, because it's lockdown and all that. We're going Donington.
I've booked tickets.
Have you got them already? Right, so we're going Donington.
Well, I've booked them. There's 2 dates at Donington, isn't there? And I think I'm going to the second one. Because for some reason I can't go to the first one. I can't. In fact, when is it?
So one's the BTCC, and one's the GT League, is it?
I'm going to the British GT one. That's going to be in 20th September. I'll be at Donington.
Okay, we're on about going next weekend for the BTCC. Because the mini boys
are they doing
as well,
tickets for that?
I think yeah.
I might try and make it.
Well, just hold your horses, because I'm trying to blag my way in with the mini boys.
Right,
I think they're one of the feature races, one of the JCW Cooper race series, which is run by the same guy. They're racing as a sort of secondary race with the BTCC. So I'm going to send him a little message and saying, all right, mate, yeah, do you remember us? Yeah, we picked up your thing while everyone was in lockdown. Get us in, 10 of us or something.
Right, I'll try and make it. I'll have to sort childcare and stuff out, but we'll sort that off stream.
Bring her.
I'll have a look.
Bring the door.
Oh wait, she'll get bored. If it doesn't include unicorns, Roblox or fairy tales, she gets bored after 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
She's one of them. She's a girly girl. Alright, so we are waiting for Bobby to sort his internet issues out.
Phil Gibbon just saying he's going to be BTTCC. I'm waiting to hear if Mad Marshalling BTC or if I'm marshalling. If you're marshalling, next gen Mad Marshal, if you're marshalling at Donington, right, you better just get me a high vis, an orange thing.
Get some trackside access going on.
Yeah, just get us in. Messing about, sitting there in the chat saying you're marshalling. You shouldn't be saying that. You say, I'm marshalling it, I can get you in. That should be the next bit of that sentence.
You should be taking ownership of it. Right, I'm just loading up track number 3 for the third race. In terms of points, I'll just give you a quick look at the points. We've got a leader emerging in MRC Bobby, 34 points. Then it's very, very close after that. We've got Philo on 29.
Interesting. Race winner from race 1, yeah.
Yeah, Pav and Apex Predator are joint third on 28 points. Jambu Solid was up 27 points for him so far. David Whitehouse, D Whitehouse, 25. Potter, 21 points. Then Swargy's in 8th with 20. Burntfire's also got 20 points. Chrissy Raz, 14 points for Chrissy in 10th. Thunderrat, 13 points for him. And then Graham Reed's 11 points for Graham at the minute. So there's your points after race 2. So we're halfway there now.
There we go. So 2 more races to go.
You will have... Well, I might as well tell you on stream, track number 3 is Laguna Seca.
The infamous corkscrew. Great. I like that track.
I am a fan. Alright, so Laguna Seca, obviously another one based in the real world. Again, there's a theme here. I think JPH wants to go to California because he's picked two tracks from that exact location.
Maybe he's already been. Maybe he's already been.
Maybe he went on a recon the other, you know.
You never know.
So yeah, this track is pretty much famous for one corner. 180 foot elevation change, I think that corner is. So that's basically the equivalent of a 3-story house. Total of 2.2 miles track, 11 turns in total. Yeah, very, very, very famous circuit in the motor racing world. And again, like Willow Springs, if you make a mistake here, it's very punishing.
Yeah, lots of sand.
Lots of sand, just an American hellhole basically. So that is that. Let's have a look.
So again, another 5 minutes quali. Let's see how they get on.
I'm just waiting for everyone to ready up.
I think we've got everyone in the room, yeah, have we, in the race, I don't think.
We've got Bobby's back in the room, we're just waiting for Potter and Apex Predator to ready up.
Okay, there's only 10 in the room at the minute. Chrissy Roz has getting it wrong in quali, causing a bit of chaos. NGR Jambu following her line and ended up into the back of Chrissy Raz. She ended up punting, I think it was Graham Reed's. So through the corkscrew then, the infamous. I see 1 or 2 mistakes through here as well. A bit of outbraking each other, running it deep into the first bit of the turn, slowing it right down. There's some big curves here as well. Philo getting it wrong. You catch those little red curves, that can lift these Audis. They're quite tight cars, so they do seem to lift quite easily.
Yeah, the last cars we had here would have been absolutely fine, but these Audis, you catch the sausages on the inside and you're going into orbit.
Yeah, they're not very forgiving on this suspension.
Okay, so all drivers are entered and ready. Let's get the 5-minute qualifying underway.
So, 5 minutes quali at Laguna Seca, and then into the 3rd race of the evening.
I'm having flashbacks from the awful McGann race there. Yeah, I remember it well.
We had a pretty dirty mini race here as well. A lot of sandpit action. Philo doing a good job of repping all the liveries and the logos. Let's see if we can get a better camera angle of that. There we go. So he's got the Fast Star, he's got the Mark Sykes design, Next Gen Racing, Excite Energy, and the TR Racing rigs as well. He's got on there, Power Maxed, yeah, he's got them all. Good lad. So all those sponsoring Next Gen Racing. Big shout out to those boys. Go give them some light, some love. I'll put links in the description. So still no hot laps.
And yeah, but a good opportunity for the guys to test out capabilities of the car. Most of them are getting it wrong on the outlet, which bodes well.
Jumbo just testing the off-road capability of his car.
I don't think you'll find it's not a Land Rover Discovery, put it that way.
Oh, looking at the front end, it would chop your flipping feet off. The splitter on the front looks pretty dangerous. Nice and sharp, nice and low.
Yep, that'll take a shin.
Right. So first, start the hot laps now then. So they don't get a lot of time with these 5 minutes quali.
Should get 2 good laps in at a time. So most strategies should be get a nice comfortable banker in first, which is what we should be watching now. So on that way you're not taking too many risks, you've got a decent time to post on the board, and then your second lap you start taking those risks because you can afford to, you've got something on the board already.
Some good liveries in this one. A lot of the Mark Sykes designs, next gen liveries done by JPH. By CJ himself.
JPH has done 4 of the liveries that are on display today.
All with our logos on. Good lad. So Philo's way out front at the minute. Let's see what he's got. It's going to be the first of the hot lappers.
He did make a mistake at the corkscrew though, so I'm not sure how representative that lap time's going to be, but it's what we've got, a 1:28.7. It's quicker than Thunder Rat in a minute.
29.7 for Thunder Rat, being pushed down the order. Let's wait for everyone to get across that line. It's going to make it a little bit easier. So Apex Predator again, 1:27.2. Swordy currently in second, 1:28.1. D Whitehouse in third, 1:28.6. Philo fourth, 1:28.7. Chrissy Raz on a 1:29.0. Pot in sixth with 1:29.2. Burnt Fry, he's on a 1:29.3. Thunder Rat's on a 1:29.7. Jambu in ninth on a 1:31.0. Graham Reed's 10th, 1:31.4. Bobby in 11th, 1:32.5. Pav 46, he had to put a hot lap in actually.
He's just started one. I'm expecting my Megane drivers to do well here because it's Group 4 machinery and that's what they race, and they are representing really well so far. We've got basically 3 Megane drivers occupying the top 3 so far. So they're used to these cars, have raced this sort of machine all season. So they should be the ones to beat.
Predator taking pole position currently. 20 seconds left on the clock. 1 or 2 of these drivers will get another lap. Apex Predator holding out though. Philo's chucked himself up into second with a 1:27.7. I'll see Bobby third, 1:27.7.
They're holding each other up in qualifying though.
Yeah, those top 3. D Whitehouse in fourth, then 1:27.9. Jambu, he's on a 1:28.0. Swargy in sixth with 1:28.1. Chrissy Raz 1:28.1. 1 for Chrissy. Burnfry in 8th, 128.3. Pot 129.2. So just ghosting out in a minute. Thunderrat 129.7 for Thunderrat. Graham Reed's 11th at 130.3. Pav 46 again 130.6 for Pav, just doing his first hot lap. It looks like he's going to have to deal with that one. So Apex Predator looks like he's going to hold this pole position. He will get to cross the line, so you might see 1 or 2 more positions change.
See at the Philo there, right at the end.
Yeah, that's a typical Philo move from the GR3 league, that is.
Just wait till everyone sets a lap.
Yeah, sees what he's got to go and beat and then smashes it. I mean, usually he blows a bit of fuel out as well, but no fuel and tyre wear on this one, so I think he's just put in a bit of a stormer.
Burnfire putting a good lap in at the end of 27.4, nearly a whole second quicker than he's gone so far this session. But yeah, not surprising to see the McGann boys doing well in this one. They've got experience of this sort of car in this circuit. Apex Predator is definitely going to be one to watch. D Whitehouse though, another good performance from D Whitehouse. Don't forget he's P6 in the championship at the minute, but he's not too far away from everyone else.
No, that's right.
So P4 for him. He picked Bobby right at the end. Something we probably didn't catch on camera was Potham at Pot was on an improved lap and got caught up in someone else's accident. So he's all the way down in P9 at the minute, so he'll be looking for redemption during the race, no doubt.
He will. So let's have a quick run through the order while we've got a few seconds left. So Philo taking top spot then. Apex Predator in 2nd, Burnfry in 3rd, D Whitehouse 4th, Bobby in 5th, Jambu in 6th, Swargy 7th, Chrissy Raz in 8th, Potter McPot 9th, Thunderrat in 10th, Graham Reed's in 11th, and Pav 46 in 12th. So a lot of work for Pav to do in race 3 tonight. And here's pole sitter Philo. 27.1. So that's it. Out of the qualifier into race 3 then. Sean, evening mate, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a while. And Marshall Burnfry must have had a good lap, judging by the cheering from his room. Love it.
It was that or we got a match on Tinder, one or the other.
Love it. So race 3 of Race of Winners for you guys tonight. 10-minute race, no fuel, no tyre wear. Everyone's in the Audi TT as you've just seen.
These don't start well, these cars, so don't expect to fly up. Pav got a rocket at the back though.
There's been a wheel spin from Jambu. Not quite expecting these Audis to pull away quite so quickly maybe. Burnfry looking dangerous into turn 1. Around the outside of Apex Predator. He's had to back out of that one. He's coming under pressure from D Whitehouse now, though he will hold on to that position. So D Whitehouse into 3rd, then Bobby into 4th, Philo 5th, Swargy 6th. The pressure from Jambu, those side by side as they head down into turn 4. There, MRC Bobby's kept it on track though. Swargy into 5th, TNR Philo 6th, Thunderrat in 7th, Chrissy Raz in 8th, Potter McPot in 9th, Jambu in 10th, Pav 46 in 11th. Looks like we've lost a driver.
Yeah, we've lost Graham Reeds.
Yes. So Apex Predator.
Nice and neatly.
Apex Predator holding on to that lead. Not that neatly. Apex Predator picking up a 2nd penalty. Burnfry picking up half a 2nd penalty. So D Whitehouse holding on to that 3rd spot. Apex Predator and Burnfry trying to drop their penalties off around that final turn. So just 1/4 second between these top 2 currently.
Potter's had a good lap, he's come from last up to 8th, so he's on the charge now, but he's got 2 seconds to make up to Thunderrat up ahead.
Pay a little bit of attention to Pav and Jambu behind. Both of these guys pretty dangerous. Potter has driven against them both in the GR3 league, so he knows how they drive, he knows how they operate, he knows that they're both quick as well. Looks like Jambu's actually closing the gap up on Potter.
Meanwhile, at the top, Burnfire's trying to drive around the outside of Apex Predator. Apex is just going to shut the door on him, but
exactly that. So Burnfire slots back into second as they head up the hill through the almost 90-degree turn. Again, a little bit awkward, that one. Apex Predator showing us exactly why. He's run himself a little bit wide, 2 wheels on the sand, unable to pull it back on the track. Now looking like he's going to lose that position to D Whitehouse. He does, down into third then for Apex Predator. Burnfire in the meantime has pulled almost a second over D Whitehouse. Still going to lose that bit of penalty. He's got a bit of breathing room to play with. D Whitehouse in second, then Apex Predator third. Still having to go defensive from the attacks of MRC Bobby behind. Bumper to bumper as they head down the start-finish straight. Bobby looking to make a bit of a move side by side as they head down here then. Oh, Apex Predator closing the door. Bobby getting smashed into the wall. That slowed him right down. He won't be happy with that. In the background, Philo and SWEARY. SWEARY's going for a late dive down the outside of Philo. It's not worked. Philo is able to keep his line. So SWEARY holds on to 6th then. Philo in 5th. Thunderrat in 7th. He's just got 2 wheels on the grass as well. So Potter McPotts has got something wrong. He's down in 11th.
He just got it a little bit wide on the last lap.
He's picked up a massive great penalty, so that's allowed Thunderrat, Jambu and Pav to come through. And Chrissy Raz as well. So Potter's got a bit of work to do now in race 3. He's picked up 0.4 of a second penalty for that as well. He's not having the best of races here in race 3. Burnfire in the meantime up front, 1.3 second. He's just lost a little bit of time there. D Whitehouse holding on to that second position. Under serious pressure though from Apex Predator. Sorry, CJ.
No, I was just going to say the gap between Burnfire and D Whitehouse hasn't really changed. It's hovered around 1 to 1.3 seconds that entire lap, despite Apex Predator's best efforts. So Burnfire doing a really good job up front at the minute. He's just got to keep it on the block and stuff.
Yeah, he's keeping that 1.3 seconds gap. We're on board with D Whitehouse, looking back at Apex Predator and MRC Bobby chasing him down. Got Philo and SWEARY just in the background there as well. Apex Predator's got 0.4 of a second penalty to lose. He's got to be careful he doesn't lose that position to MRC Bobby while he's doing that. Bobby almost losing the tail end of that Audi through there. It does look like D Whitehouse is pulling a bit of a gap from Apex Predator now. So he's pulled that gap to Burnfire down to a second as well.
Yeah, he's chunked a little bit out of it. All getting the slipstream, of course, so Burnfire's objective now has got to be to try and get the cars behind out with that slip. It's not going to be an easy job, the guys behind him aren't slow.
Yeah, I was just saying, D Whitehouse actually closing in on Burnfire up the hill there.
Philo's made a mistake.
So under pressure from Thunderrat, from Jambu and Thunderrat. So I thought that was Pav, which is Pav in the background as well.
Philo made a mistake coming out of the corkscrew. There just wasn't any room for Jambu to get past. So it's all sort of crescendoed up now. The 4 cars involved in this fight are all proven race winners in their respective categories, and they're all within like half a second of each other now, so that could spice up.
It certainly could. So Burnfire keeps his second lead currently. D Whitehouse and Apex Predator side by side. D Whitehouse winning out. Bobby's run himself a little bit wide through there as well. He's kept his pace up though. He's right on the rear end. Oh, D Whitehouse running it wide, massively wide through there.
He got a lot of sausage.
He's kept his foot in. That's allowed Apex Predator and MRC Bobby to come through. It's put him under pressure from SWEARY as well behind. SWEARY coming at full race pace. D Whitehouse only just getting back up to race pace now. He's hit another curb. SWEARY's followed him through. They're both off track a little bit. SWEARY's into the wall. TNR Philo comes back through. As does Jambu, Pav and Thunderat. So SWEARY then pushed down to 9th position. Ultimate Pot in the meantime has got himself past Chrissy Raz. So possibly a little bit of off-track action for Chrissy, now in last place in race 3.
Bobby and Apex Predator going at it for P2.
They are side by side through the final turn. Looks like Apex Predator's just won out at the minute. I think they are still side by side though. This is where we saw MRC Bobby just clip the wall.
This is music to Burntfire's ears. That in a lap, that gap's gone from 1 point something seconds to nearly 4 seconds now.
It certainly has. That's just going to allow him a little bit of contact between those two drivers. MRC Bobby and Apex Predator having a good battle here. Or a little bit too much contact there. MRC Bobby being forced off the track by the look of it.
You know what I was just going to say? If these two keep banging like that, they're not going to have any cars left.
Yep. MRC Bobby coming out the loser in that battle, down in 9th position now. SWEARY getting past him. So Apex Predator takes that 2nd position. He's got a little bit of time to play with as well. 1.3 seconds behind now to D Whitehouse. Gap starting to open up in race 3.
Burntfire's got some experience of being chased down by Apex Predator. He's done it before. It's not the first time he's been in this position, and he held out before last time. So we've got probably this and one more lap to go. So Burntfire has to make a mistake for Apex Predator to win. And so far he's driven a flawless race.
Watching the battle between TNR Philo, Pav and Jambu at the minute. It was Pav and it was Philo and Jambu bumper to bumper. Jambu's managed to make a bit of a break. TNR Philo's running deep into the final turn. That's allowed Pav to come through to take 5th position. Comes back across the track to block off the line from TNR Philo. Hooks the wall as they come past the pits. Takes it defensive into turn 1. Blocks off the attack from TNR Philo. Can Pav make any more time up on Jambu in front? We'll come back to that. Let's go and see where Burntfire is now. Pulled 4.1 seconds.
Miles away. There's a nice little battle kicking off. I'll say kicking off, that's probably the wrong word, between SWEARY and Bobby for P8. They've been going at it for the last lap or so.
So Bobby was behind SWEARY a lap or 2 ago. He's got himself past. Pot sitting behind, 3.1 seconds back. And Chrissy Raz, yeah, not enjoying race 3 by the look of it. Chrissy ghosting out, 37 seconds back.
So corkscrew for the last time. Burntfire negotiates that one just fine. Apex Predator goes a little bit deep. He's carrying a penalty. He's at risk of losing P2 here. Is Apex Predator? He gets another penalty.
Oh, so that could be how he loses it there. So he allows D Whitehouse to come through and take that place while he drops that penalty.
Gets off the racing line as well.
Jambu's in a similar position. He's got TNR Philo right on his tail as they come around this final turn. If Pav gets a good drive out, which he doesn't, Pav runs himself a little bit wide. So Burntfire takes the win then. D Whitehouse comes home 2nd, Apex Predator 3rd, Jambu in 4th, TNR Philo in 5th. He did. Pav 46 in 6th position. Thunderat 7th, SWEARY 8th, Bobby in 9th, Potomac Pot 10th, and Chrissy Raz still got half a lap to go as Chrissy in 11th. So,
superb effort by Burntfire, absolutely superb effort by him.
Jambu actually taking that position, keeping that position, sorry, from TNR Philo.
Just at the end, well, he had, coming out the final corner, he had a 10th of a second left. Just managed to serve that with pretty much impeccable timing and then cross the line. So if he hadn't have done that, that penalty would have increased to a full second, so he would have dropped about 3 places if he hadn't timed it that well.
Yeah, the cars were pretty close together there.
Just getting a points update for you to see how that leaves things going into the final race. But yeah, no, good effort by Burntfire, good qualifying right at the end, took the race win. Was helped by a lot of battling in the background, but you've got to be there to win it. And he was in the right place at the right time. So, will there be a protest of that incident with Apex? Sorry, I'm just reading your comments. Yep, it's up to the drivers, Marshall. Up to the drivers, really. we would expect them to lodge any protest with JPH99 away from this. So any results we give tonight are provisional.
Yeah, it's always caused a bit of confusion, hasn't it? That as we did that the first one, I think it was the first race of winners, where it ended up being a tie, and nobody could make a decision. We couldn't get hold of anyone. Mark Sykes, where were you?
We just made up our own thing, didn't we, that night?
Yeah, we'll have a one-on-one Nürburgring shoot-off, I believe, which was agreed by all the drivers. It was agreed by us, the commentators, and I think Potter McPot. Who was he racing against? Was it
Fraser? F124YS.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I think Potter just won it, didn't he?
I think they agreed it was going to be a joint. It was going to be a joint thing.
Was that the first season ever?
I can't remember, you know. I want to say, yeah.
I mean, the first season ever of being a joint.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you meant first season we covered. I'm just putting the points in the chat for these guys, but for the benefit of the stream and putting on a show. So we have a joint lead going into the final race. Your leader at the minute is Apex Predator, 43 points, joint with D Whitehouse on 43 points as well. On 42 points in P3 at the minute is Bobby. Then two drivers on 41 points, which is Philo and Burnt Fry. Janbu on 40 points. Pav on 39. So any of those top 7 can realistically be our winner quite easily. Swargy, there's a bit of a gap down to Swargy, then 14 points further south really is Swargy in P8. Potter, 28 points for him. So he's just 1 point behind Swargy. Thunderat, 23 points. Chrissy has 20 points, P11, and Graham Reed, who didn't race that race, P12 with 11 points. I'm just putting these points into the chat here, so the drivers can see and get them extra nervous before the next race.
Yeah, give them something to think about. Yeah, some good racing again in the Audis. Not quite as clean as the other two races we've seen. A little bit of bumping and barging between one or two drivers. It can get like that.
Short sprint races, it's what's going to happen, really.
Yeah, that's right. Bert Price saying he loved that race. I should hope so. You won it. Rooting for Dave Lee, man. Lee, that's not right. You can't say that. Rooting for Dave Lobby 2 White House. That's cold-hearted, Lee.
Yikes.
Is he supposed to be your mate?
So for some reason, typing numbers on this is way more labour intensive than I ever wanted it to be. I'll be back with you in a second.
It was way more noisy than I expected it to be as well.
Sorry, I'll mute myself.
Right. You're cool. I'm just saying. So, final race to go. Let's let CJ carry on tapping away on his keyboard.
So the final race is going to be in the GT3s. So the Ford GT, a very unstable car.
It certainly is, isn't it? Oh, the Ford GT.
We've purposely picked a track. Well, I feel JPH has picked this track on purpose because it's got a lot of undulation, which will unsettle the weight in the car. So very nicely picked there.
The GT3s usually run quite well at the next track.
Yeah, it's a nice wide open track.
It certainly is. But I don't know how the Ford GT will cope there. It's a beast of a car. It's a bit of a heavy lump as well. A couple of the drivers tried using it in the GT3 League, and halfway through the season ditched it because it was just it was trying to kill them, I think. That's how it was described.
nearly done.
Tight at the top. We've got Apex Predator and D Whitehouse on 43, Bobby on 42, Philo 41, Burntfly 41, Jambu 40, Pav 39, Sworgy 29. Yeah, so it's down to Pav then, really. Top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers. Wow. And the next track as well. I don't know whether the other leagues have driven that.
It's a popular track in the game. It's Lago Maggiore, the GP layout, so the big one.
I do like it.
Before Spa got on the game, this was probably my favourite. Circuit. Yeah. So this points. I mean, there's what 4 points separating the top 7 drivers.
Yep.
So there's 21 points available for a win. 18 for second, 15 for third. Fourth is 13 points, fifth is 12, sixth is 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, yada yada. So getting in that top 3 is going to be really important for any of these top drivers to get that win, because that's where the biggest points differences are made. So yeah, these 4 GTs around here, we're going to go qualify in a minute, but if you jump on board, you're going to see the back end swapping around all over the shop.
These things. Let's get ourselves on. Let's just catch up with a couple of the chats as well. So Lee Underwood coming back saying, Lee Harding coming back saying he loves an underdog. Burnt Fry, JPH, I hate you. Matt Marshall saying, I don't think Burnt Fry likes this track. He must be shouting coming from his room this time.
Well, he's 2 points away from winning the entire thing, so he needs to learn to love it.
Here he is, just watching the tail end of that Ford. It'll be this section here. Sorry, not this section. See how he copes with this awkward little almost hairpin down the hill, full tilt, 167 miles an hour in the 4GT. Grabbing a handful of curb as he comes across there. He's cleanly through. Fast as well, these GT3s.
Right, let's just check up with the comments. 1 second. Racing softs for the Ford. I've picked racing softs, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you have.
So I've got one little job to do, and then I'll be right with you. I forgot I was hosting then for a second, so I'll just go settings after JPH.
Yeah, it's kind of, so you're in charge tonight, CJ. You're in charge of
I don't want too much responsibility for my liking, mate.
I'm sure we can cope with it between us, mate.
Right. Same format. I'll try during the race. If JPH is listening and watching, if he during the race gives us some permutations about what might happen in the form of updating the points on the spreadsheet.
And what happens if it's a draw, JPH?
Yeah, a draw is a realistic. Is it a realistic? Yeah, it is a realistic possibility.
Yes, it is. So the driver's now out on track to start the qualifying for this final race. Philo being the first man out on track, sticking with his orange livery, obviously a JPH special. It's tight, it certainly is, Phil, it certainly is. Good luck all, he says.
Well, we'll know who the next gen champion for season 17 is going to be in about 15 minutes time.
Unless it's a draw.
Could in theory be any one of them at the minute. It's that close. The results have been, I mean, what we've seen in past seasons, Smoker, is that you've sort of had 1 or 2 drivers that have run away with it every race. We haven't had that this time round. We've had 3 different winners.
It's been some tight racing as well. It's been some tight racing, like you say. It's only the last race really where Burntfry managed to pull any sort of lead from the rest of the drivers. Philo getting his exit off the hairpin a little bit wrong. Some good liveries on these 4 GTs. Going with a standard Gulf livery on this Ford. Do like that as well.
Burnfire's gone for something offensive and purple again, I can see.
That's Burnfire.
It hurts my eyes to look at it.
Yeah, well, talking about 4 GTs and hurting the eyes, I don't think we need to mention MRC Dangly Balls livery.
Oh yeah, I know immediately what you're on about.
Yeah. If you know people, you know. I'm not going into it. It's not. It's traumatizing.
We don't want to get the stream banned.
No. I'll need therapy afterwards. I had to look at that for about 4 races. It was terrible. So, starting the hot laps then. Philo first one out on track. Racing softs, yeah. So not as grippy as the super softs you would see in the leagues.
No, they're good enough. They're certainly good enough for these cars. And with no tyre wear on, it means the one good thing about that, I guess, is you haven't got to heat cycle the tyres. So when you put tyre wear on, those tyre dynamics are modelled into the game. So if you do catch a drift or you get your braking wrong, you're going to have an overheating tyre, and that's no fun here. So you're not going to have that worry. They are still a bit of a handful of a car. So this is the first fictional circuit we come to.
Not in California.
So, not in California, so not an American. Most amount of corners. This has pretty much got nearly as many corners in one circuit as the last 3 have combined. We've got 17 corners to deal with today. Nearly 6k in length. Stays near Lagomaggio's actually a real location in Italy, but if you go there you won't find a kick-ass race circuit. Feature 20-degree banked hairpin at the end. You can really full send down there. It's a good overtaking opportunity if you can make it click. And Philo's just pounced in the first time. It's a 154.3. It's a good time in the GT3s. This.
Burnfire holding second, 154.9. Pot third, 155.0. Apex Predator fourth, 155.1. Pav in fifth, 155.3. Jumping in sixth, 155.6. Bobby seventh, 156.0. D Whitehouse in eighth, 156.0 for D Whitehouse. Thunderrat in ninth with 2 minutes dead at the minute. Swargy on a 201 and Chrissy Raz on a 205.
So Philo on his next lap's picked up a penalty, so he's not going to be able to improve his lap. Burnfire's only half a second behind him.
And this will be the final lap of quali as well. 4 seconds
did go
remaining.
personal best first sector, so yeah, there's a lot of drivers setting personal best sector so far. Burnfire goes purple sector 2. So the purple wheel monster is finally getting to grips with the track.
I think is it meant to be emulating the Hulk? Perchance.
I wouldn't want to guess, to be fair.
Burnfry, don't tell me you're dressed painted green in purple shorts driving this race. I won't be impressed. Another purple
Apex Predator's one to watch. He's flying at the minute. Apex Predator is 2 temps up on Philo's pole time. Going towards the end of the lap.
So Philo just trying to lose his penalty. He has been going quicker, but again with that penalty to lose, that's going to be the end of this one. So he sticks with that 154.3 then. Apex Predator
goes pole.
It does. So why would it let me flick to Apex Predator? Stop it. Let me go to it.
Burnfire ended up losing a ton of time towards the end of the lap, unfortunately, so he's down in P5 at the minute.
So we'll just run through the times quickly, all the positions. Yeah. Apex Predator in first position then with that 154.2. Philo with a 154.3 in second. Bobby in third. Pav fourth, jumping fifth.
cuts that away too quick, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the time, thinking I'd got time, but once everyone's crossed the line, it pretty much just cuts it off, doesn't it?
So this is 15 minutes to decide the champion for season 17. We've already gone through the points. It can be pretty much any of these guys. And in a very tricky car to drive, it's about who is the most consistent over the next 10 minutes.
Top 6 battling it out for, or was it top 7 in the championship battling it out for the top
Could
spot?
be any of them. Could, in theory, be pretty much any of them.
Potter getting a good start. He's got himself past Jambu already, as has Pav 46.
Oh, Bobby there.
A little bit of contact. Swargy's almost run himself wide through there as well. Apex Predator staying on track though, holding on to that top spot. A little bit of glitching from Apex Predator. Oh yeah, he's all over the place at the minute. MRC Bobby up into second, then TNR Philo third. Oh, Bobby's run himself wide through turn 4. He's got himself back on track. He's held on to third position. 46 into fourth. Under pressure from Burnt Fry though, down the inside for Burnt Fry. Potter McPot trying to follow Burnt Fry through as well. So Burnt Fry into fourth, then Pav in fifth, Potter McPot sixth. Swargy seventh, the White House eighth, Chrissy Raz in ninth, Jambu 10th, and Thunder Rat in 11th.
D Whitehouse needs to get himself up there. He's currently P2 in the championship.
Allowing Apex Predator to run away with it, although he's still got to worry about Philo and Bobby. And Burnt Fry getting himself Bobby there. On the inside, 46 looking to attack at the same point, not able to do it through that point. Pot hot on his tail as well. Looking pretty dangerous on MRC Bobby though for that fourth position. Apex Predator had his gap reduced, TNR Philo right on his tail.
So all this is inconsequential while Apex Predator's in the lead.
TNR Philo in second, then Burnt Fry in third. He's got a second to make up on second place TNR Philo. Bobby in fourth, Pav in fifth. Pot's got it wrong somewhere. He's pushed himself down into seventh now. Eighth now. D Whitehouse and Swargy have got past him. So D Whitehouse starting to slowly fight his way through the pack.
Oh, Apex Predator's made a mistake. He's down to P4.
He has.
Just going to try and find out what happened to him.
Probably first turn. Let's hope it wasn't a little bit of contact between. Philo's down in fifth as well. So top two drivers.
It was contact between Philo and Apex Predator. Completely accidental contact. But Philo straight away got himself off the racing line and waited.
Now got Bobby and Burnt Fry battling it out for the top spot. Bobby's just running wide. Burnt Fry's now snuck through to take that top spot. So the Hulk liveried Ford through into P1. RC Bobby in P2. Apex Predator back up into P3. Hot on Bobby's tail. Pav in P4. Swargy up into P5. Philo still in P6 at the minute. He's got a bit of work to do now though. Chucking themselves over to the right hand side of the track, trying to drop the toe. Whitehouse in 7th, Pot on his tail, looking to make a move down the inside into the hairpin. Gets that 7th position back off D Whitehouse. D Whitehouse gets a good run out, just clatters into the back of Pot. Chrissy Raz in 9th, 1.5 seconds back from D Whitehouse. Got Jambu hot on her tail though. And through this fast section.
Just keeping tabs on the top guys. Apex Predator's not managed to hustle his way past Bobby yet, but it's not for lack of trying.
Right his way off the pace. He's 15.5 seconds down at in P11 at the minute. So Burnt Fry leading. MRC Bobby doing everything he can to close that gap. Apex Predator, as you just heard CJ say, has not managed to make his way past Bob yet either. Though he might do it now. Oh no. Bob's going to have the inside line into the hairpin. Pav 46 gets a good run though. He's down the inside of Apex Predator, looking to take that third position off him. Apex Predator comes back though. He's got the inside line into this next turn. And again, this battling might just allow Burnt Fry to pull away. He's got 0.4 of a second gap already, 0.5.
This is what Burnt Fry needs to happen. He needs Bobby and Apex Predator to have a lover's tiff. and might let out for the next couple of minutes and just let him escape, because you are greatly affected by slipstream at this circuit. You've got an 800 metre long straight that is basically prime overtaking zone right at the end of it, so Burnfire needs to get these cars out of his slip.
So let's jump on board with Apex Predator as we look at Pav 46 trying to hunt him down. Apex Predator going defensive. Pav 46 right on his rear bumper though. Is he going to make a late dive down the inside into the hairpin? They are side by side through there.
That's a great move by Pav.
So Pav through then to take the third position. Great bit of driving by Pav. Chopping off all that curb there. And we've still got TNR Philo just lurking in the background with Potomac Pot and SWEARY hunting him down as well.
D. Whitehouse has fallen off the pace, unfortunately. I was hoping to see him fighting a little bit further up, but he's languishing down in P8 at the minute.
So just going to see what's happening up front. Bert Fry's pulled himself a 1 second lead from MRC Bobby. Bobby himself has got half a second lead from third position Pav. Chased down fast though by Apex Predator in fourth position. A little bit defensive just to block off the move from Apex Predator. Can't put it around the outside into the hairpin either. Pav going tight to the edge of the track to block that move off. Still having to go defensive, Pav. Apex Predator looking dangerous. TNR Philo's closed that gap back up. He's back up into fifth position. Hot on the tail of Apex Predator. Still got Potomac Pot right there with him. SWEARY almost a second back from Potomac Pot. He's also picked up 0.2 of a second penalty. Nearly 2 seconds back then for D. Whitehouse in 8th. Again, half a second penalty he's got to lose. Jambu in 9th, trying to close that gap down on D. Whitehouse. Chrissy Raz 1.8 seconds back from Jambu. And Thunder Rat, yeah, he's losing more time, 33 seconds back.
If it finishes like this, Burnfire takes the victory of the entire championship by 2 points. If the race were to finish now, Apex Predator's got to get himself into P2. Even then,
past MRC Bobby, a little bit of contact. Burnfire just run himself off track there. He's not. So MRC Bobby holds on to that second position. Apex Predator third. Can't get his way past MRC Bobby.
It's basically that tight, Smoker, that whoever wins it basically takes the championship, was the way the points
goes
were.
for a move down the inside of MRC Bobby there. Bobby makes a little bit of a mistake. Apex Predator comes through to take that second position then. He's now got 1.2 seconds to try and close up on Burnfire for the win. He's got 2 minutes and 20 seconds to try and make that happen. MRC Bobby in the meantime is doing everything he can to get that position back. TNR Philo's got himself into fourth.
Bobby just missed the apex. I made him run a little bit wide, and Apex Predator was able to hook that up like the Apex Predator he is.
Yeah.
And got the superior grip.
So we've got a good battle behind. We've got Potomac Pot and Pav 46 fighting it out for fifth position. They're still quite tight, these 4 GTs. 2.5 seconds between the top 5. Potomac Pot unable to get past Pav at the minute though. SWEARY closed that gap down a little bit, but he's still got that 0.2 of a second penalty to lose. D. Whitehouse losing more time, still holding 8th though.
Bobby's got back past.
He has. So
He made a lovely move.
Jambu in 9th, Chrissy Raz still 10th, Thunder Rat rolling around at the back. So Burnfry still leading, 1.3 seconds. Bobby into second. He's also pulled 0.7 of a second lead from Apex Predator. So a minute left on the clock. Burnfry looking quite comfortable at the minute. He's got 1.3 seconds lead. Like you've just heard CJ say, if he stays there, he's going to win it. MRC Bobby second. He's almost pulled a second from Pav now. Pav up into third. Potomac Pot into fourth. Apex Predator in fifth.
He's had a bad lap at Apex Predator there. He's just got swallowed up by the pack. He's going to struggle to get past.
Yeah, TNR Philo's looking pretty dangerous on him as well. He's got SWEARY right in the background, just waiting for a little bit of a mistake. Almost dropped his penalty as well as SWEARY. So Burnfry pulls out 1.4 second lead. Slowly extending to 1.5.
Last lap now as well.
Certainly is. He holds on to second. Half a second gap over the third position. Pav still having to go defensive. A different driver this time. Potting pot hot on his tail. Apex Predator still being hounded by TNR Philo. SWEARY in the background there as well. Almost pushing TNR Philo around these turns. Philo nearly got down the inside of Apex Predator there. SWEARY in the background, so Chrissy D. Whitehouse has already finished the race. Looks like he's pulled himself up. So he finished in 10th in the end. As D. Whitehouse, he was in 8th. So Burnfry leading this one. Final lap. He's quite comfortable now, 1.6 seconds out front, 1.7 is pulling more time. MRC Bobby in second position, 0.8 of a second lead he's got over Pav 46. Pav 46 and Pot still going at it though.
These are two drivers that know each other very well.
Very well. Driven all sorts of leagues together. I think they're Minis, GT3s and the Infinity League I think they drove.
Yeah, teammates in the Infinity League as well.
That's right.
Team Shake and Bake. So yeah, they were very familiar.
Almost down the inside of Pav 46 there. It's backed out though. Stick with the front man, NGR Burnfry, as he comes around the final couple of turns. He's managed to extend his lead to 1.9 seconds.
That's it, last corner then. Burnfry takes his second win of the night, and I'm going to say it provisionally. Provisionally takes the Season 17 Championship. All results are provisional, but we'll go through all that in just a second.
Will. So Bobby does come home in second. He holds off any attack from behind. Pav 46 in third. Pottam and Pot fourth. SWEARY in fifth, getting past Philo at the end there. Philo in sixth.
Great drive.
Apex Predator seventh. Jambu in eighth. Chrissy Raz ninth. We saw D. Whitehouse in 10th and Thunderrat in 11th. So yeah, Thunderrat not having the best of races in race 4. And as CJ said, provisionally and maybe unfortunately, Burnfry has won.
We'll see. We did. I say provisionally because we got notification just before the final race started that there was an investigation into an incident at Willow Springs.
Right.
We don't know who is involved in that. I can take an educated guess. Whether that impacts the outcome of the results, I don't know. But yeah, just for that reason alone, the results that we announced tonight are provisional and pending any stewards' inquiries into such. Sounds very official, but that's how we have to say it. But whatever side your bread's buttered, Burnfry's had an excellent night tonight.
Yeah, he's drove pretty well. I'll give him that.
Got off to a bit of a slow start, didn't he?
Unfortunately, we're not going to hear the end of it now, though, CJ.
No, that's it. I'm gonna have to delete him on everything, and yeah.
Kick him out the groups.
I don't know if
kick him out the groups at least for a week or so. Just shut him up. Sorry, Mad Marshall, but you know.
Yeah.
You
Mad Marshall's got to live with him.
Oh no, you live with him. You must know. Can't you kick him out for a week so he can't even get on his PlayStation? Take his phone off him. Right, let's see what's kicking off in the chat. Phil Gibbon, not that much. Phil Gibbon then, congratulations, Burnfry, provisionally. It was a good evening of racing from everyone. Mad Marshall, sounds like a plan. Nice, boot him out. Smash his phone, right, take it, smash it, proper, dash it on the floor really hard. And then kick him out. You just don't be listening to that, Burnfry.
Yeah, just some final points for you. Provisional final points. Now they've all been totted up. So, NGR Burnfry, 62 points in the end. Finishing just 2 points shy. Claiming a silver medal tonight is Bob Bristow, 60 points for the Uncle Fester lookalike. Pav 46. Mr. Consistent tonight. Pretty, you know, he's I think he got 2 podiums tonight, did he? He got 54 and a bronze medal for Pav. Apex Predator just 1 point behind Pav in 4th. Then we've got Philo, 52 points, just 1 point behind Apex Predator. And then we've got D Whitehouse, who could have been up there challenging, but just had a bit of a poor last race. Comes on P6 with 50 points to his name. Jambu P7 49, Swargy 41, joint 8th with Potter, who got 41 as well. Thunderrap 29 points for P10, Chrissy Raz 28 points for P11, and Graham Reeds P12 11 points. So yeah, we've got a little bit of an update from the officials. Let's have a look. Yeah, if Burnt Fry went, yep. In fact, I think even confirmation from JPH that Burnt Fry's championship is legit because he's not under investigation. I'll wait for JPH to confirm that. That's just what he's typed in our document. Yeah, Burnt Fry is the season 17 GT Sport Racer Winners Champion.
There you go. Congratulations, Burnt Fry. That's the end of it. We don't want to hear any more about you now.
That's it. That's it. No T-shirts printed.
No.
No dancing girls. Just leave it at that.
Don't want to see any posts on the pages. All right.
Yeah, we're not going to hear the end of this, are we?
No, we're not. I think we might even hear a bit of noise from Bob.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So, Smoker, tell me about what's coming up in your world then on the streaming side.
What have we got coming up? So Friday, I've got the team versus team. I believe you're racing in that.
I am racing. I was roped into it last minute, so I don't know how good I want to be, but I'll be there.
So that is a team versus team GR3 event. That is Tanto Racing versus the P1 boys. That's Friday 9 o'clock. Come and check that out. Is it a half an hour race, 15-minute quali?
I have no idea. I want to say half an hour, yeah.
I don't know. It's half an hour race. So that is Friday. And then we've got Sunday. I've got the N300s, round 2 of the N300s coming up. So that's all the old Silvias and Subarus and things like that. That was a good race actually last week. So that's about it for me at the minute. I'm waiting for the next gen's seasons 18 to kick off again, really.
Yeah, likewise for me as well. I'm pretty quiet on the commentary front. Not really a lot going off, just this really. Yep. A little bit of POV stuff coming on, so I should be streaming my POV from the team versus team race, but even I'm saying this, you're better off watching Smoker's commentary. You'll get a better viewpoint rather than me just swearing at everyone.
Learn from the best.
Exactly, mate. And then Monday nights I tend to stream my point of view from the Monday Night GT3s as well. But until the league start again, I've got no commentary. Just one thing to keep an eye out for the casual viewing is I am releasing the Infinity GT Manufacturer Series videos from Season 2. We've got Season 3 coming up soon, so I'm releasing Season 2's review videos now. I've already released 7, I think. If you want to hop over to my channel and have a watch of those, there's some really good racing. And if you're interested in getting involved, check out SimFX Racing on Facebook as well to dip your toe in that. But that's it from me.
There you go. Right, so let's just catch up with this chat. Let's see what everyone's saying. Mad Marshall, thank you, Darksmoka and Chris Wall, for the great commentary. No problem, mate. Bob Bristow, this is a effing mockery, Jordan winning. Thank you for commentating, guys. Yeah. Fantastic stream, great to watch. Thank you, mate, no problem. Burnt Fry, thanks Anthony and Chris for the commentary. It was great to listen to while racing. What? Can't listen to it while racing. I'll end up crashing. JPH saying season 18 starts 3rd of August, so that's one for you guys to listen out for. Is that 3rd of August the Monday? Is that the minis?
It's very soon, that.
It is. It's only around the corner. Sign-ups going out this week, so if you want to get involved in any of this sim racing, there are plenty of sim racing groups out there, Next Gen Racing being one of them. I believe it's changing its moniker to NXGN Racing.
Correct.
This season.
Burnt Fire's already preemptively struck.
He has rocking the new livery for the win as well. So yes, we've got Next Gen Racing, you've got Mature Racing Club, you've got SimFX, you've got P1, you've got Tanso, you've got SBR, Any more? Sim Effect. I said Sim
Tanda, you said
Effects.
Tanda, aren't you?
Charlatan, yeah. Tanso. We've got Charlatan Race Team. There's hundreds. There's hundreds. But if you need any help, give CJ or me a bit of a link up on any of these things, or Twitter or Discord or any of that, and we'll hook you up. No problem. Yes, it is the Monday, so that'll be the minis then, CJ.
Yeah, you'll be starting with the minis.
Well,
yeah, nothing really to add on top of what you've said, other than it's been a great season 17 from my perspective, from the racing that I've watched. I know you watch more of it because you commentate on 2 leagues, whereas I only really commentate on the 1.
True.
But yeah, no, it's been some great action. I'm looking forward to season 18 already. Can't wait for it to get started.
Yeah, bigger and better for season 18 as always. I'm hoping that my computer holds out for season 18. I've not trusted it this season because it's just been a little bit. I'm not going to swear. I'm not going to swear. Yeah, it's not been very stable, to be honest. It keeps blue screening every now and then, so I've not risked it during this season streams. But hopefully I can get it all hooked up for next season. Let's hope so. There you go, Tanto Racing Group popping up in the group there. Just saying, Tanto Racing Group, thanks for the shout. No problem. No problem.
No issue at all. We'll be with them on Friday, won't we?
We will. Yeah, all these guys are got pages on Facebook, so yeah, if you want to get involved, go and check out any of the sim racing groups we've mentioned earlier. Anything else from you, Mr. CJW Racing?
Nothing other than the old cheesy thanks for tuning in, like, subscribe, all that malarkey. Other than that, no, nothing to add.
Rightio. So yeah, you know what's coming up next. I've got the Friday race where you will see CJW. Hopefully, well, I'm not going to say winning or losing because he's a friend of mine, but he is racing for a rival team, sort of, kind of, if you know what I mean. But we'll see what happens Friday. I'm not saying no. I'm not. No. So that's 9 o'clock on Friday, and then yeah, we're just waiting for the next gen or NXGN season to restart again on 3rd of August. Make sure you come and check it out. Other than that, I'm pretty much going to end the stream here. So if you've liked what you watched, give it a like, give it a subscribe. Give me a shout out on Twitter and Discord. I've got twits and discs and all that sort of stuff. Come and check that out. Other than that, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here.
See you later.